Heyo everybody, Haku here with the usual normal sort of anime update that I do after watching the PVs for every incoming new anime for the season. And, I'll go through, talk about what I saw after going through the PVs and stuff. And then there's just other, general update kind of stuff when it comes to anime, things I've watched, things I'm watching, stuff like that. So yeah, this is just going to be a big update video. I don't want to make you wait too long though, so I'm not going to go crazy here on the intro before getting straight into the meat of things. But lately I have been doing more anime reviews, or rather I've been posting what I've recorded for a while. I've been recording things whenever I get a chance, but I haven't had much of a chance to edit and post them just because of the normal grind of normal weekly stuff. But I've been trying to get through them lately. I think I have 6 more already recorded. Then I started my 2023 anime project, and so far I've finished 9 anime from that. I also have another thing I'm going to talk about, and I finished 1 anime from that, so I'll talk about that here at the end. But for this season, I will say, less than normal I decided, I'll give a chance to. Lately, there's just been so many anime coming out, and the average quality of anime has been so extremely high that it's difficult for me to, narrow it down to less than 40 that I want to give a chance to. But this time, I'm down to only maybe around 30 or so, which is still a ton. That's still a ton to give a shot to, but I was, there are some people who have lately been like, when a game trailer comes out and it looks kind of bad, there's a part of me that feels relieved, like, I didn't have time and money for this, but I didn't want to be left out. For me, with anime, it's like I have so much to watch. There's just so much coming out that's so good. So when this season comes out, and this season to me I think is weaker than the previous 3 seasons for 2025, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. I only have 30 some shows to try to watch. It's somewhat less. So either way, after watching all of the PVs as usual, the stuff that I've decided to give a chance to, and if there's anything up here that you think I missed out on that you want me to check out, let me know. Or if there's anything up here that you have watched and are like, you know what, you were wrong to think it looked interesting, it's not very good, let me know your opinions and all. But first off, the top of the one title on the top left is sort of cut off, but it's Futari Solo Camp. That's something that there's a bunch that are continuing from summer, and really, I said that this was a lower number of anime, and even lower is the number of unique new anime, because a lot of this is stuff that's continuing from summer or stuff that is a sequel to other things that I've either already seen or that I'm planning to see. We have Futari Solo Camp, which is continuing from summer 2025. I said that I was going to be watching it when I did the video back then. Same goes for Tougen Anki, Watari-kun no XX, ga Hokkai Sunzen, and Gachiakta. And Gachiakta I've also read the first volume or 2 of the manga, so I've read a bit of the manga. I haven't gotten to the anime yet. I just learned from the announcement or whatever yesterday that the second opening's going to be from Mori, so that's pretty cool. One Piece continuing as always. Currently, again, with the 2023 project, I've been watching 2023 One Piece. Also, if you want to use this site to help you track things, I will definitely shout out lifechart.me. I always use it, and I say it every time. I love using it to keep track of what I'm planning to watch, just because, you can click on the video link here and get sent to all the PVs and opening and ending and stuff. And also, the scoring on this, I think, is the most able to be taken seriously. Of course, I don't let other people's opinions affect my own that much. I try to form my own opinion on things when watching them, but these are the most trustworthy scores. Basically, everything up here is a 7 point something. Nearly everything. So when something gets below 7, it's like, okay, it's either not that great or people really didn't like it for a particular reason. And if something gets above 8, it's like, okay, above 8.0, like Gachiakta's up there. It's like, okay, that's one of the big, mainstream ones then when it gets that high. So it rarely gets out of the 7 range, and I think that's helpful because, if something's out of that range, it's either really worth checking out or Really, maybe not. But moving on past One Piece, I've been watching 2023 stuff. Sorry I got distracted by that. We have the Reize arc, Chainsaw Man movie. When I did the 2022 project, I said that Chainsaw Man was the best anime of the year that year, so I am interested to see it, even though for me personally, I'm not a big movie guy. I just don't like the structure of movies very much. Like if this was an hour 40 minutes split up into, if they just did a short season, if they just did like a 6 to 8 episode season, I would have been fine with that. Or even like, 6 episodes, they maybe would have stretched it out to, including openings and endings and stuff. You know, me personally, I just kind of like shows more than movies, but I will watch that. We have the episode 0 for Toa no Yugure. I don't know why that's always kept separately. I mean, I guess for the sake of organization, it's kind of worth it. And then down here, Toa no Yugure itself. I think the anime looked good. It looks like it's going to be one of the more like high-level productions. But the art style to me, I was a little bit torn on. I was like, some of this looks really good. Some of this, I don't know how much I like the faces or the art style. It does have a little bit of an old school vibe, I think, in that sense. But I do think it looks interesting, so I'll be checking that out when I get to it. We have this one I'm very excited for. This one I really, really liked the PV for. We have Watashi o Tabetai Hito de Nashi, which is the Fish Girl anime. We have Fish Girl Yuri. I really want to see this one. I think this one's one of the ones I'm more excited about. Maybe not most excited about, but more excited about. Then, long title, looks like we have something based on a light novel, of course. Shinjiteta, nakamatachi ni dungeon okichi de korosara kaketa ga gift mugen gacha. The level repeating 9 and the title keeps going. But this one, from the PV, I was like, I can't totally tell, how good it's going to actually look. Like the production looked kind of okay from the PV, but the idea behind it, like the God created the 9 races and stuff, I thought that was a really cool idea, a really cool premise. So I do want to give it a try, but I was a little bit like, I don't know how good it'll actually end up being. Also, it seems like they did the thing where it's like, oh, they created the 9 races, and then they do the typical anime thing where it's like they all just look like humans. It's like they're all just humans. Like, give me some like crazy furries or bug people or something. I don't know, or aliens. Like, they're all just people. They're all just anime girls. We have Saigo ni hitotsu dake onegai shite mo yoroshii deshou ka. And this one is yet another villainous series that has been something that needed to be made into a tag, because there have been so many of these in the past few years. So many. This one looks kind of neat though. She's just going around, wants to punch everybody, and I think, I don't know if it says here, can she turn back time after she punches them so that, they don't know everything that went on and she's just taking out her frustrations on them? But Princess going around punching people, I think that might have been in the PV, but I don't 100% remember. So again, give it a shot. I'll see how it goes. See the princess or villainess throw hands a bit, and then maybe it'll be solid. But again, this season's another one where there's a lot that it's like, yeah, I'll give a try, but not many or really blew me away or really stood out all too much. But it's another one I'll give a try to. It was good enough to say I'd give it a try. Then Sanda, which I am really excited for. It's by Itagaki Paru, who was the mangaka behind Beastars, one of my favorite manga ever. I read the first few chapters of Sanda, but didn't get a chance to continue it for the channel. So I may at some point, if you see me start doing read-throughs, I may be reading through at some point, maybe before I start watching, maybe after. But I'm excited. It's got a good studio. I've seen the opening already and it looks good. I think I've seen the ending too, and it's good. So I'm excited for that. I've read just a teeny bit of the manga and I really like the mangaka. Then we have Hero Academia's final season. Of course I've been watching. Honestly, why is this a hot take? I don't know why this is a hot take, but really looking deep within myself, I think Hero Academia is one of my favorite anime series ever. Even though season 5 sucked, I actually think it's just one of my favorite ever. I have rewatched it so many times, probably more than any other anime through reaction series. So honestly, it's one of my favorites of all time. I gotta give it that respect. So we're gonna be having the final season, and again, I'm not even caught up. So when I'm caught up, I'll be watching it. Of course, I've read the manga, but I'm still on 2023 when it comes to anime. And that's one of the anime season 6 is one that I finished. So I have my review for season 6 that'll be coming eventually, and that'll be in depth. Then we have Kao ni Denai Kashiwara-san to Kao ni Deru Otokun. Okay, this one about a guy who's, over the top, trying to, get her romantic affection or whatever, but she is very cool and the polar opposite and everything. And it's going to be a school romance. There's plenty of those. It was one of those where it was cute enough that I wanted to give it a try, and school romances often end up being pretty good when it comes to anime, but much like the villainess one, there have been villainess anime that I've seen the PV, or this one where it's a fantasy. There have been ones in the past that are similar that I'm like really excited for, but this I was just like, it looks good. It looks like I should give it a try. Maybe I don't want to miss it. If I get through 3 episodes and don't like it, then I guess I won't continue. But again, it was one of those where I'm not trying to oversell it. Like, it looks good enough that I didn't want to miss out. I wanted to give it a try, but it didn't really blow me away or anything. We have Kekkon Yubi wa Monogatari Season 2. Season 1 was something that I wanted to watch that I didn't get to either. It has the ecchi tag, which I actually didn't expect. So, I didn't watch the PV for this one because I don't want to be spoiled. I want to watch season 1 first. Spy Family season 3, I really like Spy Family, so gonna be watching that. Again, still haven't done season 2 or the movie. I think those are 2023 though, so as I'm going through 2023 doing that project, like I said, I'm already like through 10 anime by this point. I'm through 9, but by the time this is posted for you all, I might be through 10 of them. So I'm going to be watching season 2 and the movie. I'm reviewing those soon-ish, I guess. Then we have Nageki no Bore wa Inaishitai Core 2. And this was something that I had selected. I wanted to watch the first core of the first part. So I'm going to be continuing with that. Shumatsu Touring didn't look like it had the craziest production quality, but the concept, the idea behind it is something I am super into. I'm really excited for. This is maybe one of the ones also that I'm more excited for. I love Shoujo Shumatsu Ryoko, and it seems like this is sort of in a similar vein. So this is something I am excited for. We have Fumetsu no Anate Season 3. I watched part of Season 1, but I'll be real with you, I haven't even finished Season 1 because I was like, man, this is heavy. And there's certain things like that, or like, what is it? Maiden Abyss, where I've really got to be in the right mood for it, because it's just, it can be so heavy, it can be so depressing that I'm like, I need a little time. I need to be in the right mood for it. So I haven't finished Season 1 or gotten to Season 2 yet, but I will. I will watch them before we get to this. Before I get to Season 3, I will marathon through Seasons 1 and 2 in order to watch it. Ranma 1/2, hot take here. I'm not the hugest Ranma 1/2 guy. Hot take, I don't think it looks that great. Again, I'm saying this as somebody who hasn't watched it yet, but I didn't think the PV looked that great, but it's like so popular. The original is so well loved that I'm like, I've got to give it a chance. So I'll be giving it a chance and seeing if I like it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'm going to give it a chance at least. Even though it didn't look like something I'd be super into, I'm going to give it a proper chance. But then maybe I should just give the original a proper chance instead. Don't know if that would make a difference. Then we have Tomodachi no Imoto ga ore ni dake uzai. It looked solid. Again, another one that just looks solid enough, but I think with all the Japanese weeb internet culture memes and VTuber stuff that they were including in the opening that I saw people talking about. I do think that that's really intriguing. I am interested to see what it's going to be like, so I definitely want to give it a chance. Same with Digimon Beat Break. I really want to. So to spoil what I'm going to talk about towards the end, not only have I been watching through things from 2023 to do a 2023 project, I've been doing 2000. I thought maybe, like, I was just really in the mood to watch some, like, old anime, and there's so many older shows that I've never gotten a chance to see, and yeah, I'm calling 2000 old. But because of that, I'm like, I really want to go through at least the 2000s, at least everything from 2000 onward. So I started doing a 2000 project. I've been, watching anime from 2000 as well. And once I watch my fill from that, I'll do a 2001 project, a 2002 project. And this isn't something I'm planning to complete in like a year or two. This is sort of just a lifetime backlog that I'm going to go through. So, whenever I watch 2000s anime, I'll do it. Whenever I watch 2001 anime, I'll do a video on it and stuff. But I just want to go back through and watch old stuff too, not just stuff that's coming out right now. And so for 2000, I've been watching Digimon Adventure again, and it is so good. It's so fun. It holds up pretty well. I really, really like Adventure, and I've been going back through it. So I kind of want to go through all the Digimon anime. And Beat Break, some of the Digimon anime don't look very good. Like, going back through Adventure, I'm excited for. Going back through Adventure 02, I'm excited for. Going back through Tamers, peak. But then it's like everything after Tamers, most of it, to me personally, doesn't look very good. The only other one I've actually watched as a kid was Frontier. So I do want to watch all of them, though, and see if they're good or not. But Digimon Beat Break kind of breaks that mold by looking good again. Beat Break looks good. I am excited to see. I'm excited to watch it. Then we have Core 2 of Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. I've already got a review recorded for Season 2 of Pretty Derby, I think, that isn't posted yet. I've already reviewed Season 1 of Pretty Derby. So yeah, I was an Uma Musume fan before the global release of the game came out, and kind of, blew things up, made things popular. I didn't finish Season 1 when it first aired, but I watched a good chunk of Season 1 when it first aired, and then went back to marathon it, rewatched the stuff that I had originally watched when I did my review of Season 1. So I've been watching since kind of the very beginning, and I will watch this when I get to it. Then, spoiler alert for my review of Season 2 of Pretty Derby, actually 10 out of 10, like unironically kind of a 10 out of 10 anime. It's really good. Then we have Alma-chan or Kazoku ni Naritai, about this group of scientists who have to be a couple because they created a daughter and she's an insane weapon of mass destruction. It seems interesting. It's another one that I was like, I want to give it a chance. The premise sounds really, really neat. The animation production seemed kind of just solid. It seemed good. It didn't really blow me away or anything. But again, it's something I want to try. Then we have, this might be the one whose PV looked best. It's probably in the top 2 when it came to PVs. Chitose-kun wa uramane bin no naka. So, it looked very good from the PV. The PV was awesome. I am very much interested to get into it. And from the PV, though, I'm like, how does this end up as a harem comedy? That's not the feel that the PV was giving me. So, I'm excited to see how it'll turn out, but the PV was very good. They, at the very least, killed it with that. Then we have Season 2 of Tondemo Skill. I just finished Season 1. Like, of the 9 anime that I finished, 9 or 10 anime I finished so far from 2023, this was like the 8th one, maybe, so I just finished this recently. I liked Season 1, so I will be watching Season 2 when we get here. Then Golden Kamuy, I think, is actually maybe one of my favorite anime series ever. I said it for Hero Academia. Also Golden Kamuy. I love Golden Kamuy so much. So we have the Sapporo beer arc, and that is going to be a theatrical release of that before the final chapter broadcast. And we also have the season 4 OVA, and I think that sadly somebody on the production passed away, and season 4 was pushed back from 2022 to 2023, so I haven't seen season 4 yet. I need to watch season 4 for my 2023 project, and I'll have a review of that up. But, you know, while it's sad that it was pushed back because somebody passed away, obviously, me being behind on it is good, because me being behind on it means that I can watch this OVA with season 4 and review it all together. But the other one that I would say, when it came to best PV, it was between Chitose-kun in the Ramune battle and Nosia. Nosia is, I think it's based on an actual game. I think Pate said. After looking it up, yeah, it says right here, game. And I looked it up afterward. So it's based on a game, but it looks like Among Us. Among Us, the anime, but it looks really good. Nosia looks really good. So I am excited for that one. When it came to PVs, Chitose-kun and Nosia, I think might have been the top two. They might have had the best PVs. Then we have Chanto Suenai Kuuketsuki-chan. The English title is like Little Miss Vampire Can't Suck Good or something like that. It's wild. The English title's wild. Also Feel, busting out another anime here. It looks, you know, cute. It's just a cute slice of life comedy is what it seems like. And I am excited to check it out. You know, it's the sort of thing that I normally watch, I normally like, but I'm not really expecting it to be like one of my favorites ever. It just looks solid. Then we've got, I have some complaints to lodge. We have Kimi to Koete Koi ni Naru. I mean, I guess there is a cat girl in it, but, you know, anime girl falls in love with wolf guy, dog man. Happens. I am so excited for it. I really want to watch it. I really want to watch it. So, anime always does this thing where they're like, yo, let's do all these cool, like, anthro characters, and then they're all guys. They're always all guys. There are never any female characters where they give them, like, these cool, unique designs. It's always just guys with cool, unique designs, and then anime girl, like maybe anime girl with cat ears or a tail or something, and that's it. So I do want to watch this. Maybe there will be some female characters that have some cool designs and stuff, but I'm excited. I just, you know, wish we could get some more of this, but with like the roles reversed, with the genders reversed. Give me normal ass Johnny Sakai human guy with wolf lady, or what is it? Like just a regular ass boring romance protagonist, but with dog lady. Like switch the genders. That's what I want. Then we have the Zombieland Saga movie. I like Zombieland Saga again. I think I watched. Yeah, I think I when the original aired, I think I watched and reviewed it episode to episode back then in like 2017 or 2018. So Zombieland Saga movie we'll be watching. Then Nukitashi the animation looks wild. If any of you have watched, I've covered ecchi on the channel from the beginning. I'm not opposed to ecchi. Again, I've watched it from the beginning. But I've also had this weird purity standard where I'm like, there's a point where ecchi goes too far and it's basically hentai and it doesn't really interest me so much anymore. Like the ecchi is the fun of it. The only getting to see a little is the fun of it. The only a little bit, like the guy being surrounded by the harem of hot anime girls is good, but when they're like actually doing things, it's like, oh, well, that's a little less interesting. So, you know, from what little I know of this, it's absolutely wild, so I don't know if I'll actually end up liking it or not, but I'm definitely giving it a try, and when I do, I'll watch the OVA along with the main season. So yeah, a lot of this, there's actually probably less than 30 when you count that, some of these are just continuations. At least 5 of them are just continuations, and then a couple are just movies or OVAs. So when it comes to actual series to watch that are new, there are very few that I thought were worth checking out. Which again is maybe a good thing because I already have such an immense backlog. But either way, this video is long, and I kind of don't want to make it too much longer, but I did want to go over some of the update stuff with the stuff that I am going to be covering in reviews soon that I've watched and all of that. So either way, I'm going to go cut over to that. Give me a minute. So I pulled up my AniList, and you can follow me there on AniList if you want. This is what I use to actually track things that I'm watching. I don't do a good job of tracking things I'm reading with the manga list. That's never really right. I just do whatever with it. But if you want to see what I'm watching and stuff and what I have watched, this is kind of a good way to do it. So what I'm watching right now is part of the 2023 project. The way I'm doing it, or the way that I'm trying to do it, is 10 anime at a time. Right now I have 11 up here because I was doing 15 at a time, and then every time I finish 5, add 5 more. That way I'm not overwhelmed by choices. But what I found was even 15 is a little bit of a choice paralysis, a little bit overwhelming. So I'm kind of narrowing it down to, 10 at a time, and every time I finish 5, I add 5 more. That way if there's something that I'm, maybe not like really feeling finishing yet, adding some new things in gives me a break from that to watch some other things and then maybe get back to what I wanted to finish. So like right now I've got Ars no Kyoju, which replaced Sugar Apple Fairy Tale after I just dropped it, because again, I'm giving everything at least 3 episodes, and if I'm not into it after those 3 episodes, then I'll drop it and pick something else up. I think right now, for my list to get to for 2023 to at least give a try to, I've got 117 left, I think. So if I could drop 17 more, get a nice even 100, that'd be pretty neat. But we'll just see how things go. At this rate, I don't really drop things that often. So at this rate, I might end up, when I do the 2023 awards, when I do the 2023 project, it might be over 100. But we've got Ars no Kyoju, D4DJ All Mix. I loved season 1, so I'm going to get to that soon. I just kind of wanted to finish some of these others up. Obu, I've really been liking. Nagatoro-san season 2. One Piece, for 2023, I need to get to 1088, so I have 33 more episodes. It started out as a real slog. I was in a real rough part of Wano, and Wano is in general a rough part of One Piece. But lately, the last few episodes I watched, like 1054, 1055, were pretty solid. So it's been getting better, I think. And yeah, I've still got 33 to go. I still got to finish out Wano for 2023. Then we have Onimai. The first 2 episodes, I'm kind of spoiling my reviews a little. The first 2 episodes, I was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to drop Onimai. A bunch of people loved it, but I was like, this is kind of slow. I'm not really feeling the style that much. Then we got episode 3. Episode 3 was definitely the best episode so far, and I'm going to keep watching. I'm probably going to stick through now that we have more characters going on, more things going on. I don't know if I'll end up dropping this one. I've only watched 2 episodes so far. Spy Kyoshitsu, which, didn't get the best reviews, but Spy Kyoshitsu isn't very good, but I'm having fun with it. So I'll probably finish watching it and everything, and I'll be like, it was good enough to finish, but I'll acknowledge that it's not like an A-tier anime or anything. Probably not even a B-tier. We'll see when I get to the end if I think it's even a C tier, but it's solid enough. Tensei Ojo, I liked the first 2 episodes, but I haven't seen much. Tomo-chan episode 1 didn't win me over very much, but again, I've only seen 1 episode. Urusei Yatsura, honestly, hot take here, has been really mid so far. It has been one that I've kind of had to, push myself through these 8 episodes a little. Not really. It's not like I'm, oh my gosh, however will I watch this? But still, I have not been like, oh boy, can't wait to watch another episode. I haven't been super excited or hyped for it. I have been pretty meh on it so far, but I still have plenty left to go, so we'll see how that ends up. And again, Urusei Yatsura 2022, but it had 2 cores. The second core was in 2023, so I didn't want to count it for the 2022 project. I'm counting it for 2023. Anything that hangs over into the next year like that, that's probably the way I'll count it, even though with the way that Japanese business years work, that probably shouldn't be the way that I count it. I probably should count it for the previous year, but it is what it is. So also, things for 2000, again, the same thing. Throw 10 anime up there. Every time 5 are eliminated, add 5 more. I only have like 40 some to try out, and depending on how many I drop, I might end up with even less than 40 some for the 2000 project. Again, there was a lot less anime back then, and I was a bit more discerning with them. Hopefully, I can continue to be more discerning, but as we go, it's like more and more stuff just comes out. So far I'm watching, I haven't started Boogie Pop yet. I watched episode 1 of Ano Rokugo, and hopefully we get more Fish Girl, Fish Girls, what we're going to be watching it for. Really, so many of these, like, I have just made the observation that when it comes to anime in 2000, there will be just this gorgeous hand-drawn animation, just crazy good-looking stuff, like way better looking than even a good chunk of the digital animation we see in the modern time. Like, really amazing stuff. And then on top of that, they just have these ugly ass 3D, like early 3D CG objects and vehicles and stuff thrown over top of it. And it's like you have this gorgeous 2D animation with like the most primitive 3D CG thrown over it. Digimon Adventure, again, been rewatching through. It's great. Gonna count, like, I'm not counting Bokura no War Game separately, and I already rewatched the Digimon Adventure, prequel movie. So, gonna be watching all of that. Again, technically started in 99, but since I'm not doing a 99 project right now, we're doing this. Like, there's gonna be a lot of long-running things that I'm gonna just have to count for multiple years, like Naruto is gonna count for multiple years, One Piece. One Piece isn't listed here because I know 2000 One Piece very well. And honestly, when I do my anime awards, my rankings, it's going to be crazy. I don't think anything is beating 2000 One Piece. We'll see if it happens, but I don't think it is. 2000 One Piece, the first episode of 2000 is the first episode of Syrup Village. So you get all of Syrup Village, you get all of Baratie, you get all of Arlong Park, and then you get Logetown, and I think the last episode of 2000 is like the second to last episode of Logetown. So you get like some peak One Piece. You get some of One Piece's best work, all within this 1 year. I don't know if any anime is going to be able to top 2000 One Piece. So I've already finished one 2000 anime, and I finished One Piece from 2000. I'm not going to rewatch all of One Piece for this because I've seen like a billion One Piece reaction series at this point. I know One Piece's anime solidly well, so I can just go off memory when ranking things. But yeah, we've got some of this. XL Saga, I've watched the first episode of. This kind of stuff. Soul Bianca, Zoids, I've watched one episode. So we have that. When it comes to stuff I've watched, let's just do completed and sort by date. Things I still need to review. The last review I've posted as of recording this was not Tensura. It was where is Mushoku Tensei's all the way down here. Okay, so I still need to, I already reviewed Konosuba though. I still need to review Bungo Stray Dogs Dead Apple. These are already recorded, I just need to post them. Dead Apple, Uma Musume Season 2, Tensura Season 2 Part 2, Grand Blue Fantasy Season 2 in the OVA, and Golden Kamuy Season 3, and also Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3. Those will all be the last 6 reviews that come out before 2023 reviews. Then when it comes for 2023, I've got to do, it's not listed here because I watched it earlier, but I've got to do a review for the Attack on Titan finale, like the final chapter, final chapter. I've got to do a review for those. Then Hero Academia Season 6, Tokyo Revengers, the Christmas arc, Benria Saito-san, Ningen Fushin, then Inuri Natara, Tondemo Skill, like I said, I just finished recently, Kori Zokusei Danchi to Cool na Doryo Joshi, then there's Digimon Adventure Movie, and Mononogatari is the one I just most recently finished. So, finished a few after Tondemo Skill, but also from 2000. I don't have it marked here, but Season 1 of Poppy the Performer is what I finished, and I cannot wait to talk about Season 1 of Poppy the Performer. So, you're going to be getting reviews for all of this stuff. I wanted to update you on that. Is there anything else? I don't really think so. Like I could show you all the things from 2023 that I'm going to get to eventually. I could show you the things I'm going to get to for 2000. Actually, maybe I will. This is going to be a long video. Welcome to Anime Update Video, the movie. So when it comes to 2000, some of the things, again, that I'm going to give a try to, at least 3 episodes, and then if I need to, I will drop them. But you got Cardcaptor Sakura. I haven't watched since I was a kid, so I'm going to go and rewatch Cardcaptor Sakura, Chikyo Boy, Kigyo, Daiguard, Kotetsu, or Iron Angel Kurumi, or is it Steel Angel Kurumi? Yeah. I think might be more familiar to people who watched it way back in the day. Risky Safety. This one looks good. Turn 8 Gundam, Metabots, or Metarot as it was in Japanese. Again, I haven't seen since I was a little kid, so I'm going to give a try. I'm going to watch the 99 Hunter x Hunter. I love Hunter x Hunter 2011. It's one of my favorite anime ever. Again, I always say Hunter x Hunter instead of Hunter x Hunter. But everybody else is Hunter x Hunter, so is that what I should be saying? Same with Spy Family. I was like, is it not Spy X Family? So I've never watched the 99 version, even though I love the 2011 version. So I'm going to watch the 99 version. Again, stuff that I said I was currently watching. I'm going to watch Blue Gender. Going to watch GTO for the first time. I've never watched GTO. Going to try out Monkole Nights. Then for spring, we'll go over to this. Is there anything new here to point out? A couple new things like Gatekeepers I'll try out. Digimon Adventure 2 would have started there. Love Hina. A lot of like these classic older ones that I've never seen. So Corrector Yui, Ordian, Nia Under 7. I'm going to watch all of those when I get to them. Then from there, anything new here? There's that, I think. No, never mind. That started last season. Bubblegum Crisis 2040. Then the second season of Metarot, I guess. Handmaid May. For some reason, I thought it was Handmaid Ray. Handmaid May. Brigadoon Marin to Meran looked really good. I don't know if I'll stick to rewatching Hamtaro. I remember it on TV as a kid, and I'm like, maybe it might be nice to just watch something like old school from when you were a kid, just, while I'm eating or whatever, because that's usually when I watch anime. It's like, if I'm eating alone, if I'm just eating lunch or dinner or whatever, I'll just throw on an episode or 2 of anime. If I'm taking a lunch break or something, it's like I'll watch an episode of anime on lunch break. So, that's kind of my style anyway. So, maybe I'll give it a chance. It's a lot of episodes though. So if I'm not feeling it, if I'm like, it hit as a kid, but as an adult, it's just not for me, then, I'll end up dropping it. And then lastly, fall 2011, we've got, let's see, we got Sci-Fi Harry, Hajime no Ippo. I've never watched it, and I really, really want to watch it. I'm really interested in this one. We got Vendred. We've got Gakko no Kaidan, which I am really interested to actually see the, real Japanese non-vandalized version. I really want to see. And then I, as a kid, never watched Inuyasha. Inuyasha was on like Adult Swim. Everybody talks about watching Inuyasha back in like the early 2000s. How did you stay up so? Maybe I was just too young. Like I would have been in like early elementary school when it aired in America, because it would have aired in America a few years later. But I never watched Inuyasha as a kid. I don't know how all these people watch it. I didn't stay up that late. So I've never seen Inuyasha. I'm going to watch it for the first time as part of this. And yeah, that is that. And really quick to go through, other than what I'm currently watching, what you can expect to come soon as the 2023 project. Because the way I've kind of been doing it is I will watch what I feel like watching, but generally I'm going to try to do on weekdays, watch 2023 stuff, and then on weekends, watch like older stuff. Just hanging out on the weekend watching like old school anime. So again, if there's something I really want to watch, I'm going to watch what I really want to. Like I think just last night I watched that first episode of Zoids. I was like, I just want to watch something old tonight. But that's kind of the way I'm doing it. So, you'll see more 2023 stuff as I try to catch up so that I'm covering things in a, a modern sense. I'm not so far behind, but I might just start doing like the sections that I had over here. I might just start doing like my 2000s project. I might turn this into a 2023 project section, and my watching will just be present stuff for 2026, and I'll watch some like current ongoing stuff in 2026 as it's airing. I might start doing things that way and just have a section for old stuff, a section for 2023 to 2025 until I'm done with those 3 years, and then I'll just watch current stuff while it's airing in a third section. We'll see what happens though. But for 2023, we've got the dark blue are things I've already watched, the green are things that are currently on the list that you saw, and things that are coming up are this color, the grayish. So I've got season 3 of Iruma-kun, I've got Bungo Stray Dogs season 4 coming, Revenger, Buddy Daddies, this one, the 30-year-old Slow Life, Lisa Lot, the Dear Automata anime. I've played the game, so I'm gonna watch the anime even though I've already played the game and see how the anime is. We've got High Card, Moippon, Akashi Triangle, which I've read the manga for, covered most of it on the channel. And I kind of want to cover the rest whenever I catch up rewatching, or rereading rather. Vinland Saga Season 2, Bofuri Season 2, Oyuki no Kaina Hikari no O. So again, those will be coming up as soon as I finish 5 more of what I'm currently watching. Going into the spring, we'll be adding Golden Kamuy Season 4, Heavenly Delusion, Hell's Paradise, Yamada-kun Level 999. We've got these 2 romances, and then romantic subtext. My Home Hero, Kuma 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 Bear, 2nd season. I reviewed the 1st season. The spinoff for Konosuba, I just posted the Konosuba 2 review. Isekai Smartphone Season 2. I think I talked about Season 1. I covered Season 1, maybe. Something Season 1, like way back when it first aired in like 2017, 2018. Skip to Loafer. Yuri's My Job. So again, some of these, if they're not that great, I may drop, but we'll see how it goes. Idolmaster Cinderella Girls under 149. Birdie Wing Season 2, I reviewed Season 1. We've got Mashal Season 1. Magical Destroyers, World Die Star. Witch from Mercury Season 2, I reviewed Season 1. Then Edomaya Elf, Dead Mount Death Play. This one looks really good. Oshinoko, the spinoff for Osama ranking. Umumusume Road to the Top is going to be 2023. Again, this is why I have like 117 left to potentially get to. 2023 was busted. It was so stacked. It's unreasonably stacked. And it just keeps going because look at this. We're getting Mushoku Tensei Season 2, some of this other stuff that's good too. Mononogatari Season 2, I loved Season 1. I actually really liked it. I think it's underrated. Watashi no Shiawase na Kekkon has really high review scores. Then you've got some more of these. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Like, I was waiting to get to some of these, like, more big name ones. You got Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. You got Undead Girl Murder Farce, which got good reviews. Again, more of these that are just maybe not as highly reviewed. Part 2 of Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. Zom 100. The actual Season 2 of Mushoku Tensei. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 is going to be here. Dark Gathering has a really high review score. Spy Yoshitsu Season 2 is going to be here. Both it and Mononogatari getting 2 seasons like that back to back is pretty crazy. 2 seasons so close together, when really their production isn't like, crazy or anything. But it's also not bad either, which it's kind of nuts. Like, why were they so close together? And then when it comes to fall, we've got more good things, but I will explain things. Like, we got the Tenjiku-hen for Tokyo Revengers. We got Kemonohashi Ran, which I read a little bit of the manga and liked. Shy doesn't have the highest scores, but I'm excited for Shy. I thought it looked really good from the PVs. We got Pretty Derby Season 3 I'll get to watch. Season 2 of Eminence and Shadow is going to be here. So we're going to have some good stuff. Spy Family Season 2, this is where I'll get to that. The 100 Girlfriends That Love Me Very, Very Much. So you've got that. Core 2 of Dead Mount Deathplay. Once again, doing 2 very close together. Kaleas no Yume for Tensura. But there are some big names that I'm not counting for 2023. I'm counting for 2024 because, like I said before, half of it's in 2024. So I'm going to watch it when I get to 2024 stuff. So Kusuria no Hitorigoto, I'm not going to watch until I'm doing 2024 anime. Same with Undead Unluck. That's why they're a different color, to like differentiate them. Shangri-La Frontier, Ragna Crimson, the Firefighter anime, and Freyren. All of those except the Firefighter one, kind of big names, but they all carry on into 2024, so I'm counting all of them for 2024. So that is where things lie for 2023. Just an update on all of that if any of you wanted to be in on this. But either way, that's it. We're going to end this year. Also, one thing I want to bring up, when I do this update thing again for winter, which will be around New Year's, when I do it, when I watch all the PVs and everything, do you want me to live stream it on Twitch? Maybe, because I can't do it on YouTube. This is what I am blown away. Before coming to record this, what an interesting coincidence. I mean, I guess it makes sense given that we're here at the start of the season or whatever. But I don't watch. Sorry if I get his name wrong. Is it Giguk? I don't watch anime YouTubers. I never have, so I don't know how it's pronounced. Sorry. I think maybe the only video I've seen from him is like 15 years ago, the like 10 most badass characters in anime or something like that with Chinese Electric Batman. That really popular video from like 15 years ago. That's maybe all I've seen. But and it's crazy that I remember all of that. Or I'm going to be really embarrassed if that's not even him. But before coming to record this, I saw his video. It was a like VOD. I guess somebody else posted it. It wasn't on his actual channel. It was a VOD of him doing his like season breakdown and everything. And it's like 8 hours long. And I'm like, okay, so does he just talk about it from 8 hours? It's here on YouTube, so we can't possibly show the PVs. And he has small camera and the full screen is the PV. How the fuck is that possible? How did that get posted? Because I tried to do that once. I tried to do it this year with Spring, maybe, where I tried to watch all the PVs and decide what to watch live. And I got like over a dozen copyright claims. I had to re-edit that so many times. So how did that get posted? And I'm not talking like if they just want to take the money, it's like, okay, that's fine, take the money. But I'm talking getting blocked in countries. I'm talking like really going after it for copyright. And I had my face full screen, the video in the corner, I think. At least I thought that's the way I had it. Maybe I did have it in this setup that I'm using right here, but how I'm watching ads. Why was I getting so many copyright issues for watching ads? It's so ridiculous. I hate it so much. So since I can't post that on YouTube, should I stream it on Twitch and just link you all to it on YouTube? Would you want to watch me do it live? And then maybe I just make a throwaway channel to throw the VOD on here on YouTube to avoid the copyright issues? Like, what do you want me to do if I do that? Because I just saw that earlier and it's not on his actual main channel. So that's probably how it works. It was just some other a fan just uploading it. But I was like, how is he doing this? Because I thought about doing this on Twitch too. And I was like, I was like, I'd probably just get copyright claimed there too, right? But I guess copyright doesn't work there like that. So if copyright doesn't work there like that, if you want me to do that on Twitch, I will. Just so that I can watch the PVs along with you next time. But yeah, either way, I'll end things here. Thank you for watching. Long video. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of my thoughts and everything. If you have any suggestions on things to watch or to not watch or whatever, what you thought on this whole thing, thank you. This went very long. Thank you for sitting through the movie. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of whatever. Follow on Twitter if you want. Subscribe if you want. If you'd like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing the video around, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a patron or member, it really means so much. Just hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/HakuofTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Also, a link to the Annie list will be down in the description if you want to follow there. But members and patrons, not only do they help me to continue to make videos, but they also get their name at the end of videos, as you see here, and also get One Piece Bingo a bit early. So either way, thank you to chosen regulars Evan, Holly, and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, J.A., The D-Ban, and Maru, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pateriel, and Elsa the Storyteller. Welcome to Maru, who's new to the Magical Girl tier. My first video recording since they joined. So thank you all so much. It really means a lot. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.